Hello and welcome to St. Charles East High School here in St. Charles, Illinois for a regional final matchup here between the York Dukes and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers, two West Suburban Conference opponents meeting for the third time. Connor, we've seen these teams go at it twice. York coming out on top both times, but what do you think could be a little bit different here tonight and maybe see Glenbard West come out on top?
Yeah, well, the big thing to look out for is you have no Ryan Pekos tonight because he's out with an injury, and he was really the #1 defender on the team. And in his place is Nick Desano, another great defender, but Pekos is just really one of those defensive presences that you can't replace, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out tonight.
Glover won the tip for Glenbard West. Now here's TJ Williams driving baseline. Levine's going to come up with the steal, now trying to push the fast break. Kyle Waltz moving inside, dishes out to the corner. Molis now. He's going to slow this one up, gets it over to Levine. Zano over on the wing, trying to drive inside, going baseline. He's got Molis in the corner. He elects to slow it down. Molis going to have an open look from the left wing. That one's going to be off the front rim. Offensive rebound by Levine. He jump stops, and that one is good. The Dukes get on the board here first.
That's a perfect way to start this game, TJ. You need Levine to find his consistency early so that he'll be a consistent scoring presence throughout the game, and that's exactly what you need him to do, scoring on that first possession, taking what the defense gives you, not trying to force anything, and that's when he's playing at his best.
Logan Glover has this one up top. He's going to swing it over to Williams. Here's Sini. A deep three there from Monahan. That one won't go. Rebound by Waltz. Here comes Levine now. Going the other way. Desano on the wing. Going to look to drive inside. Goes in tough, and it's going to be a blocking foul called on Glover. That's going to be his first, team's first, and York will get the ball here underneath the basket.
TJ, both these teams had blowout wins in the regional semifinals. York beating St. Charles East and Glenbard West beating Bartlett, but now it's a much tougher matchup to try and come home with this regional.
Here's Levine. He's going to pull from deep. That one's going to be nothing but net. A.J. Levine connects on for his first two shots.
And even though he was pretty deep behind the three-point line, you just can't leave him that wide open, TJ. You need to close that separation, otherwise he will knock those shots down almost every time, and he makes the Hilltoppers pay the price for it on that last possession.
Here's Monahan inside at the free throw line. Kicks it back outside. Schwenke to Williams in the corner. That ball is tipped. Rebounded by Glover, though it's swatted away by Waltz. Ball is still loose. Finally picked up by Monahan, and it's going to be a foul called on the Dukes. They're going to get number 22, Nick Desano, with that one.
Yeah, that's some great defense played by the Dukes. Two blocks. Mullis first, then Waltz gets the second one. Unfortunately, it ends with a foul, but York getting a turnover in the first possession. They're really starting this game off strong.
Here's Schwenke now. Over to Monahan. Monahan to Sini. Sini stuck without a dribble. Is going to feed it to Monahan. Monahan out to Williams. Williams going to look to take a tough pull-up. He's going to kick it back outside. Schwenke at open three. That one short once again, but another rebound from Glover, and that's going to be a block-out foul called on Braden Richardson.
So 2 fouls from the Dukes early in the first quarter. You know, you don't want them to get into foul trouble, because once they get 5 fouls, that'll send the Hilltoppers to the line right away, and that's just not what you want, especially in such a crucial game when you're playing great defense.
Sini's going to have this one to Williams. The pass over to Bennett Schwenke. Long possession here for the Hilltoppers. Schwenke to kick it over. Monahan a three. That one from the slot. That one won't go. Rebounded there by Levine. Levine trying to push the fast break. He's going to slow it down a little bit, trying to drive inside. That pass is going to be tipped out of bounds by Dominic Sini, and it's going to stay York Dukes possession. Pisano finds Molis in the corner, and now Richardson down low. Walt's going to try and make a move on Monahan, but he's going to move both feet, and that's going to be a traveling violation.
Just a split second, but he did move both feet, TJ, and that's the right call. Just unfortunate for the Dukes. However, they still are holding Glenbard West to 0 points and have a 5-0 lead. If they can keep this defense up, the offense just has to do enough. They should be able to cruise with a victory.
Schwenke with it. They're going to make a move on Desano. Gonna feed this one to Glover. Glover gets it inside, the pass out. Williams gonna try to step back here. Schwenke swings it to the corner. He gets it to Gasek, and Gasek knocks it down, comes off the bench, and it makes an immediate impact.
Great job by the Hilltoppers in that last possession. They're moving the ball around great, and even though Richardson was on Gasek, he stays composed and is able to hit the three-pointer to put the Hilltoppers on the board.
Moles going to try a three of his own now from the corner. This one's going to be long, takes a couple bounces, rebounded by Waltz though. Waltz goes up with it and swatted away by Williams. Seeney's going to come down with it, finds Schwenke, and now Glenbard West is going to slow this one down. Gasek, another look from deep. This one's going to be short though, rebounded by Richardson. Levine pushing it, trying to get to Moles. That pass is tipped. He comes up with it anyways. Waltz now in the corner. Finds Moles back up top. Waltz going to turn around. Quick three. That one's short. Rebound by Schwenke. Off the foot of Waltz. Ball is loose. Corralled by Williams. Schwenke now in the half court. Swings this one over to Williams. 3:52 left to play here in the first quarter. Glover to Schwenke. Into the corner. Williams. Thought he had a look, but we'll kick it back out to Schwenke instead. Gasek moves the ball over to Williams. Schwenke going to drive baseline. He's got an open look and goes up at Waltz. Much bigger defender, and he's going to get the and one here, and Schwenke has an opportunity to give the Hilltoppers the lead.
Yeah, that's a great job by Schwenke. He recognized that the lane was relatively open, and he drives the cup, and he's able to lay it in, and on top of that, he picks up the foul, so he'll head to the line for the and one.
Mike O'Connell checking into the game for Logan Glover for the first time. Schwenke's free throw will be off, so it will stay here tied 5-5. Levine now looking to move this ball up the court. Passing it back and forth with Waltz. Waltz the corner to Moles. Moles going to dish this one right back outside. Fitzgerald has it, gets it down low to Richardson, and that's going to be a foul called on the big man O'Connell.
That last foul was on Glenbard West, number 45, Mike O'Connell, his first, team second. Coming into the game for the Hilltoppers, number 11, taking
Fitzgerald going to get the screen, quick three. That one won't go, rebound by Levine. Levine now going up against O'Connell, that one's short. He's going to find a way to grab a second offensive rebound. Takes it back outside to Fitzgerald. The Dukes looking to swing this one. Levine's got an open look from the corner. This time it's going to be long. Another offensive rebound here for York. Waltz stumbles, picked up by Fitzgerald though. He's going to take a tough left-hand floater, and this one's going to be way long.
They're going to need these guys to come off the bench and still be able to score at the same efficiency as the starters. Fitzgerald, a little bit of a slow start, but they're going to need him to get going, especially with the three-point threat he poses.
Oriental now, newly checked into the game. He's going to kick this one over to Sini in the corner. Williams being guarded by Levine. He's going to swing this one to the corner. Gasek kicks it inside to O'Connell. O'Connell is going to get stripped away, but somehow comes up with it and will be fouled going up. That's going to be on Kyle Waltz, so now O'Connell will go to the line here for two.
TJ, I don't know if you want to be reaching in to O'Connell. He just doesn't look comfortable out there. He doesn't look like he's fully settled in. His footwork going towards the basket just did not look that great, so I don't know if he would have made that. But instead they foul him and send him to the line for two.
O'Connell can't get the friendly bounce on that one. Taking a weird bounce off the rim and it won't go. Julian Ye and Hunter Stepanek checking in for their respective teams.
Glenbard West, number 14, Julian Ye.
And the second one will rattle in there for O'Connell. So Glenbard West now has their first lead in the game, 6-5 here over the Dukes.
Scoring drop for York. They really got to get things going here.
Moles looking around the court. Takes it over to Levine. Levine, another deep three ball. That one rattles in from the volleyball line. And Levine's got all 8 of the Dukes' points here in the first quarter.
And he is hitting from all parts of the court right now, TJ, and Glenbard West really needs to find a response to stopping him because they cannot continue to leave him open.
They're going to leave Williams open, though. That one's going to be long, fighting for the rebound. Levine's going to come down with it. Levine now pushing the fast break. Moves this one up to Fitzgerald. Down low pass. Stepanek goes up with it with a wide open layup. Good find there by Fitzgerald.
Yeah, great find by Fitzgerald. Stepanek was just wide open and not really sure how you lose track of him. He stands at 6'9", but York will take the free, easy layup.
Just a minute 18 left to play here in the first. O'Connell's going to move this one over to Oriental. Oriental kicks it inside. Yay, out. Gasek, another three ball. This one's going to be short. Fighting for the rebound. They're going to say it was last touch there by Fitzgerald, and it'll stay here with Glenbard West.
Substitutions for the Hilltoppers coming into the game. Number 21, Bryce Huff. Number 22, Bennett Schwanke.
Glenbard West now checking in. Looks to be a little bit of a smaller lineup, so I think this is the time for York to kind of capitalize and use their two big men that they have on the court right now.
And Glover goes up strong. That one off the back iron. Rebounded there by Stepanek. He's going to get that ball tipped out, though. Levine's going to come up with it, fighting for it against Tyon Oriental. Here's Richardson. Back out. Levine's got another good look. Gets this man jumping. A tough floater. That one won't go. Rebounded by Glover, and that will be another foul called on the Dukes. That's going to be their team's fifth, so now Glover will be going to the line here to shoot 2 free throws. And
TJ, I said that just a couple of minutes ago, how important it is, now with the new rule changes to just continue to, try and keep the fouls to a minimum, especially in the first quarter, because now you're just giving them, the Hilltoppers, a free trip to the line, and unfortunately,
Glover's going to get the first one to go as Desano makes his way back into the game for Connor Fitzgerald. Glenbard West currently just down by 3 points. 46 seconds remain in the quarter. As Dominic Cini looks to check back into the game if Glover can connect on this, which she does not. Tough bounce there for Glenbard West. Mullis came down with it, and now Levine will be bringing it up here for York. Desano. Looking at drive, kicks it to the corner. That ball is tipped out of bounds. Great defensive play there from Logan Glover. He's going to tip it off the leg of Braden Richardson, and they're going to get a chance here to tie the game up before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, TJ, that's just not what you want. You need, kind of to take care of the basketball, especially when it's such a tight game. But fortunately, that's a turnover for York, and that gives Glenbard West a chance to tie the game.
Ball swing over to Schwanke. Under 15 seconds now left to play here in the quarter. Oriental has it. To Ye. 5 seconds left. Oriental in the corner. Huff now. Cross pass to Schwanke. Inside. Ye's going to have to get this one up quickly. He gets it off, and that one is good. Buzzer beater there for Julian Ye, cutting this deficit down to just 1 point here at the end of the first quarter. The Dukes still remain in the lead 10-9.
Yeah, and TJ, that's a great way to end off the first quarter, making it a 1 point game. But both teams have some things they have to work on. York's really got to take care of the basketball and limit the fouls going into the second quarter. And if you're a Glenbard West, you got to make sure all the men are covered on the floor, but especially make sure A.J. Levine is not getting any open looks from deep, especially when he's deep for three, because that's really killed them in the beginning. But they were able to kind of lock it up defensively towards the end of that second quarter. So we'll see what changes they make going into the second part of this game.
With that, we're going to step away shortly here. Don't go anywhere. Quick 30-second break before the start of the second quarter. You've been watching York Dukes Varsity Playoffs right here on York Sports Network. Back now here for the start of the second quarter. The York Dukes in the lead, 10-9. They will also have possession here first to start out the quarter. Moving the ball well. Levine kick it inside to Richardson. He can't handle the pass, and that's going to go out of bounds. So a quick change of possession here as the York Dukes turn it over.
You know, and TJ, I said this after the end of the first quarter that they have to take care of the basketball going into the second. And right now, it has not started off good, but they can end it strong. But they really, like I highlighted, have to take care of the ball. Otherwise, it could be a long day for them.
Here's Ye driving inside. A tough finish at the basket. Can't get it to go. Too hard off the glass. Rebound by Richardson. Now here comes Levine. Desano with it over on the wing to Moles in the corner. Moles guarded by Schwanke. He's going to have to dish this one back outside. Desano to Moles. He's got an open lane to the basket. Goes up strong, and he gets the roll up and over the rim.
Yeah, great job by Mullis getting in the open lane and driving to the basket and able to lay it in, but also a great screen set by Stepanek. Oh.
As there's going to be a offensive foul called there on Ye as he collided with Brendan Moles. Took a hard fall there on that one.
Yeah, you got to make sure BMO's okay. But he just a little shaken up, but he looks to be all right.
Here's Desano now. To Levine, into the corner. Moles gets it down low to Stepanek. Moles looking to kick this one back outside. Desano receives the screen there from Richardson. Levine right back to Desano. He's got an open look. Desano cashes in from deep.
Great job by Desano, and this is the kind of guy that I highlighted at the beginning of the game. He had to step up big time, and he has so far, TJ, and that's exactly what the Dukes need from their sixth man.
Bryce Huff has it over on the wing, looking to get around Richardson. He's going to go to the basket, kicking outside. Here's TJ Williams. Huff now in the corner, trying to drive baseline. He's going to lose the handle on it. That one's picked up by Levine. Levine now pushing it the other way. Kicks it down low. Mullis goes up with it, and that one will fall. The Dukes get out to a quick 7-0 scoring run to start the second quarter, and that's a timeout called here by Coach Apoka.
Yeah, TJ, and they're doing exactly what they needed to do. All the adjustments they've made are working to perfection, and now they have an 8-point lead. And that forces Glenbard West to take a timeout. So great job, and they need to keep it up going into the final part of this first half.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly here for this timeout break. You've been watching the regional finals right here on your sports network. Back now here from the timeout. Glenbard West looking to get something going here. Trying to stop the scoring drought, but another ball stolen away by Levine. Levine going up at the basket. A wild finish there, but he's going to be fouled by Schwanke, and he'll be going to the line here for two.
Yeah, and TJ, both times previously these teams have met. York has defeated Glenbard West, and you know they already have an 8-point lead here. About a third of the way through the second quarter, but this is kind of what happens to this team is like, you know, when they start to fall behind, they have a really hard time catching up, but season's on the line in this game. You gotta hope they rise to the occasion.
Levine going 1 for 2 at the line. He has struggled in past games from the free throw line. Something that you have to keep your eye on, especially down the stretch. We saw him struggle very mightily against Downers Grove North just a week ago. Glover's going to go up with on the other side, though, and he's going to hit the right-hand floater to get Glenbard West here on the scoreboard in the second quarter.
And that's exactly what the Hilltoppers need. Just an easy basket to start things going. Maybe that'll lead to something more.
Stepanek's going to kick it outside. Here's Levine. Levine almost traveling, but it's going to be thrown away, and a foul call on Stepanek as he tried reaching over Ye for that ball.
Yeah, you know, TJ, I don't necessarily love that pass. You know, I think he had Dezano open for something else, but instead he tried to force it down low to Stepanek, and instead it was a turnover due to the foul, and that's going to force Stepanek to check out of the game.
Going to be a foul called here on York. They're going to get that one on A.J. Levine. That's going to be his first foul.
That's his first, team second.
Schwanke, guarded by Mullis up top. Kicks this one over to Ye. Ye to Glover. Inside Ye's bounce pass. That one's blocked away by Mullis, but they're going to get the foul called. Schwanke's going to go to the line here for 2 free throws, and that's going to be Mullis' first foul, 3rd team foul.
Yeah, TJ, that's just an unfortunate foul to be called, but that's a big break for Glenbard West as they'll get a trip to the line as they've had trouble scoring in the second quarter, and that's going to continue with the first free throw being missed.
Second one is good, though, so 1 for 2 once again from the free throw line. Levine, the bounce pass into the corner. Pisano now over on the right wing. He's going to look to get it down low. That one pass is tipped away by Monahan. And now here's Schwanke on the other side of the court to Glover. Glover has some space. Elects to pass this one back up top to his point guard. Glover up top on the top of the key to Schwanke, to Monahan. 4:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Ye with the roll. Glenbard West here in a stalemate on the offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, great defense by York. They're really closing all the holes that the Hilltoppers are trying to create. They just can't get any open looks.
Schwanke looking to drive, kicks it back outside. Williams, a deep three-pointer. That one's off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, though, by Monahan, and that second chance effort won't go. And that's going to be a foul called on Julian Ye as he made contact there with Richardson after the rebound.
Yeah, and you know, TJ, you gotta be careful because while it was fortunate for the Dukes that they missed the second chance attempt, you know, you got to be wary of the fact that, like, you can't keep letting them get these offensive rebounds because eventually that's going to hurt you.
.343 left to play here in the half. Molson's going to kick this one over to Levine. They get it right back to him. Ball in the corner. Fitzgerald, a quick look. That one won't go. Another offensive rebound, though, for Levine, and that will be a foul called. I believe they'll get this one here on T.J. Williams.
That last foul was on the Hilltoppers, number 12, receiving his first team fourth.
Richardson, swing pass to Levine. Levine now trying to drive inside, finds Waltz, but he can't hold on to the basketball. Waltz going to turn around, though, from the corner, and that one is good, the 15-footer.
A nice job by Waltz, and that's good that they're getting him started. Now you see, even though it was all Levine in the beginning, everyone's starting to get involved into the offense, and that's when York really plays the best, when they're not relying on 1 or 2 guys, when they can trust that the entire team will be scoring at an efficient rate, and that's what will really propel them further and further into the state playoffs.
Steen trying to drive baseline, can't get around Richardson. Once again, some great defense here from the York Dukes. Glenbard West struggling. Sini. Guarded by Fitzgerald, is going to swing this one over. Schwanke now has it. Open three look from Monahan. That one won't fall again. Rebound by Fitzgerald.
It's a poor effort to get the rebound from Glenbard West. They really need to start and fight for these offensive rebounds.
Moles going to drive inside, looking to kick back out. Here's Levine. Going to dribble it out. Ball down into the corner with Moles. Waltz in the corner. Swing pass over to Moles. An open look from three, and Brendan Moles hits another three-pointer.
Big-time three from Brendan Mullis. That makes it a double-digit game, or lead now for the Dukes, I should say. And that's huge as we approach the end of the first half, just less than 2 minutes to go now. And they're really starting to heat up.
Monahan swings this one over. Shawnee inside, and that's going to be another foul called. If they get that one on Waltz, that'll be his third, but no, it's going to go on Richardson, which is his second. Burnison now checking into the game for Waltz. And a huge mass substitution here for Glenbard West, checking in Ye, Gasek, Oriental, and O'Connell.
You know, we've really only been seeing Glenbard West subs in groups of 3 and 4, just occasionally like one guy at a time, where York is more like quicker rotations with 1 or 2 guys.
O'Connell fighting with it. Fishes it off. A floater shot there from Bennett Schwanke, and he gets that one to go.
Nice job by O'Connell hanging on to the ball, and nice job by Schwanke, able to finish it off and knock down the little floater for the Hilltoppers.
Levine's going to have this one. Over to Moles. Moles playing this one slow. He's going to lose his dribble, though. Finds Levine at the half court. They get it right back into the hands of Moles. Fitzgerald in the corner, and that's going to be a foul called on Glenbard West. So York will keep the ball here underneath the basket. Or rather, they will be shooting 2 free throws now in the bonus. First one from Stepanek will roll in. Back up to a 10-point lead as Dezano checks into the game here for Fitzgerald. And Stepanek looking to make this a 2-for-2 trip from the line. And he can't. That one rattles out. O'Connell with the rebound. Under a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Williams over to Schwanke. Schwanke slowing this one down. He's going to dribble out the clock a little bit here. O'Connell with it. Looking to drive it on Dezano. He kicks it back outside. Schwanke a three. That one's long. Rebound by Williams, though. Second chance effort. Gasek gets swatted away by Moles. He puts that one almost into the trash can over on the other side of the court. Glenbard West will retain possession with 34 seconds left to play.
What a monster block from Brendan Mullis, TJ. He says, no soup for you, and smacks it out of bounds. And that's really going to kind of reset this offense. But now I think realistically they could probably hold to the last shot if they wanted to. Not sure if they would. I think here you're just trying to score if the opportunity presents itself.
And the big man O'Connell taking a 3-ball. That one's off the right side of the rim. Levine now pushing the fast break. Here's Dezano. He'll kick it back outside. 15 seconds left to play. Moles is going to take his time here. They're going to hold for the last shot. Dezano to Levine. 5 seconds left. Moles going to have to move quickly. Almost loses it. Ball's in the corner. A tough 3-ball. That one won't go, and Ye's just going to tip that one down the court. And that's going to do it for us here in the first half. The York Dukes have the lead 24-14 over the Glenbard West Hilltoppers.
Yeah, TJ, they're doing a great – York is doing a great job just kind of controlling the pace of this game, and I think they need to keep that up going into the second half because they can continue to control the pace. They'll be in line for a regional victory here. And if you're Glenbard West, you got to kind of find a way to stop the scoring from York, and you need to really pick up the offensive efficiency on the other side of the ball. But other than that, you know, both teams with things they need to do coming into the second half. We'll find out what happens in 9 minutes.
We're going to step away here for this halftime period. You've been watching the IHSA State Playoffs Regional Final right here on York Sports Network. Hello and welcome back here to the start of the second half action in the IHSA State Regional Finals. We start us off here, 24-14 is our score with the York Dukes in the lead, and a quick turnover here to start out the second half for Glenbard West.
Yeah, and TJ, that was kind of their problem, is they had their offensive possessions cut short, and whether it was turnovers or missed shots, like forcing shots too early in the possession, but they really need to slow things down in the beginning. You've got time on your side to kind of make a comeback.
Levine had a strong first half, scoring 9 of the Dukes, 24 points. But number 24, TJ Williams, comes up with a steal here on a way wire pass. Schwenke slowing down the offense here for the Hilltoppers. Tough shot there from Monahan, but that one will go back rim and in, bringing this within 8 points here. And that's going to be an over the back. Mullis lost his footing, didn't know where he was on the court. Could be a costly mistake.
Coming into the game for the Hilltoppers, number 18.
Schwenke's going to bring this one over now for the Hilltoppers. They're going to make it a 2-possession game. Gasek with it on the wing. He's going to kick this one back outside. Schwenke to Williams. Williams going to feed this one over to Schwenke. Receives a screen from Sini. Once again, Glenbard West having a tough time here on the offensive side of the floor. Schwenke to the corner. Gasek has an open look from the corner. That one's short. Rebound Richardson. Levine not moving the ball up the floor. Pass the Waltz. Waltz going to drive in. Trying to kick it over, and that's going to be a kick ball violation there on Dominic Sini. Quick substitution here. Gasek going to check out as Monahan checks in for him. Mullis with it. The bounce pass. Waltz now with it in the corner. High pass to Levine. Levine gets over to Dezano. Dezano gets it back outside. Dezano's got an open look now off the feed from Dezano. Nothing but nylon there for Nick Dezano. He cashes in, score now 27-16.
Yeah, great job by Levine and Dezano, moving the ball around between themselves, and eventually AJ is able to find Dezano in the corner, and he drains it, and he's been so efficient tonight. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, shooting 100%. He's having himself a great game so far.
Here's Monahan to Schwenke. Schwenke's going to lose it. Picked up by Mullis. Mullis now trying to push it in transition. The Euro step to the basket. That one's a little bit hard off the glass. Won't go, but foul call. 2 free throws are awaiting Mullis at the free throw line.
Yeah, nice job by Mullis. He's able to get the turnover, and he's going coast to coast, and he's almost able to lay it in, but the contact was just a bit too hard for him to handle, and it's going to result in him shooting 2 at the line.
First one gets a nice bounce there off the rim and backboard for Mullis. It will drop, extending this lead now to 12. Mullis can't get the second one to go, so 1 for 2 from the line. Ball grabbed by Williams. Williams now bringing the ball up the floor. He's going to move it over. Schwenke. Williams over on the wing. He's going to take this one back up top. Moving the ball now. Inside, Monahan. Being double teamed. Monahan's going to bring it back up top. That one stripped away again, but recovered by Monahan. Monahan now over to Sini in the corner. Sini's going to unload from deep, and nylon, nothing but net there for Dominic Sini, getting himself on the board here to start the second half.
Hey, great job by Sini, able to knock down the triple. Now a 28-19 game, so Glenbard West is slowly starting to creep back into the game.
Levine, the swing to Mullis in the corner. Kicks back outside. Levine, a tough pull-up jumper. That one won't go. Fighting for the rebound is Levine. That one's going to be tipped in bounds. Here's Williams pushing the break the other way, going up strong with it and barely getting that one up and over. Kyle Waltz for 2.
Yeah, the Glenbard West is starting to go on a little bit of a mini run themselves, and they're just starting to heat up here.
Pass to Mullis over in the corner. Mullis going to be fouled over by Bennett Schwanke close to the baseline. That's going to be Schwanke's second foul, team second of the quarter. 3:53 left to play here in the third. Desano driving inside, and that's going to be a charge called on Desano. He went up strong against the big man Glover. Glover did a nice job getting his feet set, taking the charge there for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, and with the size difference, you're normally going to get those calls going your way if you're Glenbard West almost every time, and just an unfortunate break for the Dukes. But if you're Glenbard West, you have to capitalize on this offensive possession. You know, you have a chance to make, cut it into a two-possession lead for the Dukes now. So in my opinion, TJ, this is a big possession here with only 3:40 left to go in the third quarter.
Schwanke's going to be the one with the ball in hand. Glenbard West looking to make a push here. Ball almost stolen away again by Levine. Schwanke's going to have in the corner being doubled. Kicks back outside. Glover, a deep three. Glover knocks it down. Big three-pointer there from the big man. And there's going to be a timeout called by the York Dukes. And the momentum is swinging in Glenbard West's favor.
Yeah, you know, when you see AJ on that last play, you see AJ try and go over and help and trap, but unfortunately, that's just going to leave Glover wide open, and he buries the triple, and it's going to make it just a 4-point game now. And you know, we're starting to get into crunch time here in the third quarter. The York really needs to find a quick basket here to score, and then they have to get up on D and just kind of lock it up. And if you're Glenbard West, you want to continue this hot scoring affair as well as this great defense.
And with that, we're going to step away here. 30 seconds remain in this timeout. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the IHSA Regional Finals right here on York Sports Network. Begging out here from the timeout. York trying to stop this momentum swing that's going in the Hilltoppers' favor. A 4-point game. York in the lead, 28-24. Levine has it, stopped without a dribble. He's going to swing this one over to Desano. Levine in the corner now, Mullis. Down low, Richardson finds a wide open Waltz. Waltz going to go up with it, and the and one there for Kyle Waltz. That's going to be Schwanke's third foul as well. So now something Coach Apoka has to look at here for his starting point guard.
Yeah, absolutely, TJ. And going into the timeout, I said York needed a quick, easy basket, and they had to go back on the defense. You know, they got the quick basket, and they have a chance to get an extra point out of it and make it, once again, a 3-possession game. And they do, as Waltz is able to knock down the free throw, completing the and one.
Schwanke bringing this one up to Ye. Back up top, Schwanke. Here's Logan Glover. Glenbard West looking to move the ball around. Ye trying to swing it over. That one's stolen by Levine. Levine now pushing it quickly. He loses the handle on it. Going to come up with it on the floor. Able to get it up to Richardson. Now Waltz driving inside. Kicks back out. A deep three there. That one won't go. And that's going to be a foul called on number 14, Julian Ye. That's going to be his third foul as well.
Yeah, another foul on the Hilltoppers, and the ball will continue to stay with the Dukes, so that's huge for them. And it's just, kind of just continuing to pile on here as we approach the end of the third quarter. Still only a 7-point lead, but it feels like York's starting to control this third quarter more and more after that Glenbard West run they had gone on earlier.
Here's Moles in the corner. Gonna swing this one back up top. Waltz quickly moving the ball. Levine, an open corner three. That one looks good and is good. A.J. Levine getting his first 3 points here of the second half, putting his total up now to 12.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave him open for the catch and shoot, and that's exactly what Glenbard West did, and they paid the price.
Timeout called here by Coach Apoka and the Hilltoppers as the lead is now back up to 10 here for the York Dukes. Connor, what are you telling your guys here if you're Coach Apoka in the huddle?
I'm telling you got to eliminate the three-point option for them. They've been shooting too well from beyond the arc today, and you've got to just kind of force them to drive to the basket and hope your big men down low will do their jobs and take care of business. But, in that last shot we saw from A.J. Levine, I mean, he was wide open in the corner. You just cannot be leaving York's best player wide open like that. But unfortunately, that's happened a few too many times so far throughout this game. And, Coach Apoka's got to be working on all about the defense right now. And offensively, just kind of take it slow it down. Don't try and force any shots. Just keep doing what you were doing when you were scoring all those points and going on that run earlier in the third quarter.
With that, I want to step away shortly here. You've been watching the IHSA Regional Finals right here on York Sports Network. Back now here from the timeout. 1:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Glenbard West with the ball trailing by 10. And a travel call there from Glover. It looked like Levine poked the ball out. Refs think Glover just lost it on his own and went to go re-pick it up. So it will be a turnover in York Duke basketball.
Yeah, TJ, I'm not sure if that was a travel, but, unfortunately the refs are going to call what they're going to call. But, that's like huge, especially where we are in the game. They've got to keep locking it up and not turn the ball over, but that's exact opposite of what they've been doing.
And there's going to be a foul called here on the other side of the floor. And now the Dukes will go to the free throw line here for 2.
That foul was on Glenbard West, number 34, Logan Glover, his second, team fourth, fifth.
First one good for Levine. And just an update looking into this next matchup. The winner of this between Glenbard West and York will take on Batavia in the sectional semifinals as they defeat the Proviso East Pirates by a score of 75-65. So we'll either see a 2 versus 3 seed matchup or a 7 versus 2 if Glenbard West can come back in this game.
Yeah, and TJ, Batavia is a really good team. I had a chance to watch them quite a bit over the Tosh between this year and last year, and they've got some great players, and that whoever they face, it'll be a tough task to take them down as they are such a balanced team all throughout, and they're really well coached.
Williams taking a tough pull-up jumper. That one won't go. Levine with 35 seconds now. Here's Waltz bringing it into the half court. He's going to get this one over to Dezzano. Dezzano being double-teamed. He will find Waltz, though, on the other side. Waltz spin move. Looks to be like York will be holding the ball here for the last possession of the quarter.
Yeah, that's smart. 12-point lead. You don't want to give them another opportunity to get some points on the board.
Levine's going to take a tough three-pointer. That one won't go. 5 seconds still remain. Glenbard West going to have a chance here. Schwenke with 2 from half court. Schwenke gets it up, but that one will not go. So at the end of the third quarter, your score, 36-24. The Dukes in the lead over the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, and a great way to end the third quarter, TJ. And, you know, they just got to keep applying pressure to Glenbard West heading into the fourth, and that's really all you need to do. For Glenbard West, you got to do the same thing I'm sure Coach Apoka was telling them to do in the timeout. But a lot of work ahead for the Hilltoppers if they want to come back. As for the Dukes, don't take the foot off the pedal.
And with that here, we're going to step away here. Don't go anywhere for fourth quarter action here in the IHSA regional final between the York Dukes and Glenmar West Hilltoppers. You've been watching York Dukes varsity playoffs right here on York Sports Network. Back now here for the start of the fourth quarter here in the IHSA Finals as the York Dukes currently have the lead 36-24 as Waltz can't connect on that three-pointer. Another offensive rebound, another three for DeZano. This time it's short, rebounded by Schwenke. Schwenke's trying to push it fast. Was going to have to slow this up. His numbers were not in his favor. That pass can be tipped out of bounds by Levine, and Glenmar West will retain possession. Schwenke's going to get this one over to Huff. Back up top, Schwenke now. Trying to drive in against Zano, he won't. A deep three here from Schwenke. That one almost banks in. Rebound by Levine. Levine going 1-on-2. Inside, Levine going up strong. Can't get it to go. Second chance effort from Waltz won't go either. And that will be a foul called on DeZano as he was trying to fight for the loose ball there with O'Connell.
I don't know. A lot of contact when Levine was going up. I was almost looking for a foul call there, but instead it's a no call. And it's going to go to Glenbard West off the foul on Nick DeZano.
Williams has it here. Over to Schwenke now, Yay. Glenmar West moving the ball around the perimeter as Williams now has it up top. Kicks to the corner. Schwenke's going to have an open look. This time's off the back iron. Rebounded by Mullis. Mullis pushing the fast break, now slowing it up here for the Dukes. Trying to get that ball over into the corner with Levine, but it will be kicked by Yay.
Substitution for the Hilltoppers, number 23.
And, you know, it's still a 12-point lead. No one scored yet in the fourth quarter. And, you know, while it would be nice for the Dukes to continue to score, you know, get their total score higher, as long as they're not letting out points and they're kind of draining the clock, you know, this is exactly the type of scenario you want to be in. You've burned almost a minute and a half of clock, and nothing really has happened.
Levine with it over on the wing, stuck without a dribble. Will get it up to Waltz. Swing past, and that one's stolen away by Cini. Cini driving the other way. Cini goes up with it. A tough finish there from Dominic Cini. Going to get the and one, and another foul called on DeZano. That's his fourth foul now.
And that, yeah, now DeZano's got to be careful. He's probably going to be coming out if not right now, just in a little bit. But, you know, that's just a crucial foul that you don't want to give. But fortunate for the Dukes, they still have a decent lead.
Levine breaking the press, gets this one over to Richardson. Levine now has up top. Desano, one more. Pass into the corner. Mullis, no good. Rebound by Schwenke once again. Schwenke now trying to push the break. Glover going to slow this one up. Schwenke trying to drive inside. Pass. Cini from deep. That one can't find its way in. Another rebound there from Richardson. Levine trying to push it. Not with numbers. Now here's Mullis slowing the ball down. And a timeout called here by Coach Dunn and the Dukes. The Dukes with a 9-point lead, 36-27 with 5:35 left to play. And Connor, if you're Coach Apoka here in this timeout, what are you telling your guys trying to get them back into this game?
You know, keep applying the pressure. You're doing such a good job. You're holding them on a scoring draw. Have not scored in the fourth quarter. As offensively, you cannot be having this continued kind of inconsistent scoring. And it's just, they got to keep it going. That and one was huge for them, TJ.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to step away here. 35 seconds remain in this timeout break. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching the IHSA Regional Finals right here on York Sports Network. Back now from the timeout. Another kick ball called on Julian. Yeah, that's his third.
What a peculiar stat to remember out of all the different ones you could think of, TJ.
Desano going to swing this one over Levine. One more to Desano. Levine's going to step into a deep three-pointer, and that's cash right there from A.J. Levine. He has been on fire from behind the three-point line here tonight. Dare I say, en fuego.
He's absolutely been en fuego, TJ. You know, three guys on him, you know. He just throws it up from deep, and he's able to drain it, and, you know, he's really heating up, and he's been excellent from beyond the arc.
Another three. That one's going to be long. Rebounded by Monahan. Monahan's going to slow it up to Schwenke. Schwenke now driving himself. He's going to kick this one outside. Monahan. Glover's going to have an open look. Another shot there from Glover. Won't go. Rebound by Monahan. Glover going inside. Tough finish at the basket. Can't get it to go. Barely rimming out, but he will go to the free throw line here for two shots.
Yeah, and see, that's what Coach Apoka was probably telling his team in the timeout. You know, you're doing all you need to be doing offensively. Now it's about stopping them defensively, and they were doing that for a little bit until Levine was able to knock down the three.
First free throw there from Glover was good. Williams checking into the game as well as Tyon Oriental. Second one also good there from Glover, 2 for 2 from the line. Now a 10-point game. The full court press is on here for the Hilltoppers. Levine moving the ball up the floor well. Here's Mullis. Mullis going to bring it back up top, slowing it down, but stolen away by Monahan. Monahan going at the basket, can't get it to go, grabs his own rebound. Goes up for a second time. Another offensive rebound for Monahan, and a foul called here down underneath the basket. That one on Brendan Mullis.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit of kind of like a offensive blunder in that turnover, and that's just not what you're looking for. And, you know, especially when you're just when you're up 10, I know that's a big lead, but like you cannot count this team out, especially because it's the playoffs.
Oriental passes this one into Monahan. Back to Oriental. He's wide open in the corner. This one's going to rim out, fighting for the rebound. Finally picked up by Mullis, but he's stuck in the corner without a dribble. That pass was tipped again, and a timeout called there from Dunn before the pass. The Dukes going to have 2 timeouts left after this one. 4:11 left to play here. A 10-point game with the Dukes in the lead over the Hilltoppers. You've been watching the IHSA State Playoffs Regional Final right here on York Sports Network. Back from the timeout once again. Moles is going to have this one with 4 minutes left to play here in the game. Levine pushing inside. The no-look pass down low to Richardson. And that one's going to get a nice roll off the rim, and it will find its way to the bottom of the net.
Yeah, you grabbed those binoculars, AJ, because you had the Hilltoppers searching for answers. He finds Richardson down low. Great job by Levine and Richardson. Nice little duo going on.
They can't connect on another 3. Levine pushing it. Moles in the corner. Gonna pass this one over to Zano. Now Levine to Waltz. One more to the corner. Now driving baseline is Mullis, and that one is good. And one once again there for Brendan Mullis. That's now his second on the night. He's done a great job driving in and taking the contact. He's now going to the line once again to try and complete another 3-point play.
Yeah, you know, TJ, I feel like we've said this all night, but what a great job, a great finish by Mullis at the rim. You know, that's just what makes him so good. You know, he's got that perimeter threat, but when they full commit to him shooting the 3, makes you pay, and he drives to the basket, and he'll lay it in, and he'll usually draw contact as well, and he makes the free throw as well. 44-29 is now your score, and the Dukes are really just starting to rub salt in the wound here late in the fourth quarter.
Schwenke has it here for Glenbard West. Gonna take a tough pull-up 3-pointer. That one won't go. Fouled by DeZano, which is now his 4th foul. So now the Dukes playing with 2 of their starters. And massive foul trouble with both Waltz and DeZano now with 4. Bennett Schwenke, the shooter, he'll get 3 shots here at the line.
Yeah, you know, I'm not really sure how much that will affect the game. I mean, only 3:14 left, and the Dukes are up by double digits, so unless like an absolute miracle happens from the Hilltoppers, then I don't think the Dukes will be in very much trouble.
Shot good there from Schwenke. 2 for 3 from the line. Levine now slowing this one down. Waltz in the corner.
And now's when you slow it down, TJ. I think you're at the point in the game where you're just trying to burn as much clock as possible.
Levine receives the pass. That ball's loose on the floor. Somehow comes up with it anyways. Pizzana's going to kick it right back outside. Pizzana's going to dribble this one around a little bit, looking to waste as much clock as possible. Levine now. And a foul finally committed here from Glenbard West. That one on Danny Monahan.
Yeah, but you know, they got some fouls to give, TJ. Only 1 team foul. Second team foul. But, you know, in a situation like this, when you're trying to foul early, that almost makes it worse, in my opinion, because it just takes, it's so much harder to send them to the line now. It takes a lot longer, and that's, let's just say you foul quickly, but that's going to take quite a bit of time.
Lozano having trouble getting it in. That one's stolen. Schwenke now pushing the fast break, goes up with it. Swat away by Levine! This is a grown man's game. No children allowed. A.J. Levine there with the block.
My gosh, TJ, that was absolutely disgusting. A monster block from A.J. Levine. He says, no, 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 not today, young. Not today, good sir. And, you know, that's kind of been the story of the game. It's just been really hard for Glenbard West to get a consistent offensive scoring run going.
.2:15 left here. Oriental swatted away again by Waltz. Here comes down the floor is Mullis. Mullis going to move it over to Levine. Levine guarded tightly by Schwenke. Now being doubled. Waltz trying to drive baseline. He's going to go inside. A wide open layup. Great finish there from Kyle Waltz, evading the defenders and getting to the rim.
And now he's really just starting to put this game out of reach for Glenbard West. And there's going to be a timeout taken. And this is a great run from the Dukes here in the fourth quarter. It really looks like they've been able to kind of put it away.
Yeah, and a bit different of a quarter here for the Dukes than the third. It looked like they were kind of stale on offense. They were struggling a lot. Glenbard West was playing very physical. But this fourth quarter, the Dukes came out with a little bit more fire, a little bit more wood thrown into the flame, rather. Looking a lot better offensively, getting everyone involved. They're getting their open looks from deep, which has been very helpful. Lozano cashing in on a couple threes, as well as Levine and Mullis. And when you're shooting the three ball well, if you're York, it's definitely a good sign. And this is what's really led them to breaking away here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and you know, this is a team that's struggled shooting it from beyond the arc, especially when they're playing tough defensive opponents. And this Glenbard West team, they're a team that plays some great defense. They've done it all season. We saw it towards the beginning of the year when they first met up, and then at the IHSA tournament. So you know this is a great defensive team. So to see these guys shoot the way they did from beyond the arc in today's victory, that's got to be just a huge confidence booster heading in to what is starting to look like will be a conference semifinal.
And about time there were 6 men on the floor there from Glenbard West.
Yeah, Coach Dunn had to run all the way from the end of the bench to tell the referee himself.
Yeah, you can see Levine was also trying to call for it down here on that side of the floor. Little miscommunication. That's going to be a technical foul for having that 6-man on the floor. So now Levine's going to take those technical free throws here for the York Dukes.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to knock these down, I see almost no way. I couldn't really see a way that they could come back, but now I most definitely do not see any possibility of Glenbard West completing a comeback. That would be almost impossible now as York is up 17 points. They've made a lot of threes very quickly and a lot of defensive stops.
Yeah, a very, very quick turnaround here for the Dukes in the fourth quarter. At one point, it was just a 2-possession game at 6 points, and now you're all the way up to a 17-point lead. Levine didn't look like he meant to pass it there to Richardson. Richardson gets blocked, though. Going the other way is Williams. He can't get it to go, but fouled once again. But looking ahead to this next matchup, like you said, Connor, we've seen this Batavia team play together.
So unbelievably exciting, TJ.
Yeah, they're a very good team. Like you said, very well coached by Coach Nazos. His son on the team, Nate, very good as well. A lot of other good players on that team to look out for. They can definitely give some teams some problems. In any kind of situation, we've seen them upset some teams in the Jack Tosh tournament. We've seen them upset other teams in the IHSA playoffs. They're just a very dangerous team. And really, a lot of those teams that you see make those huge runs are those underdogs that are just really well coached that come together come playoff time.
Yeah, without a doubt, TJ. And I mean, just looking at this matchup specifically, when you watch Batavia play, you know, you're not really sure what you're going to get, but what you're always guaranteed to get So there's an and one from Braden Richardson, as that right there might finally be the nail in the coffin. But, you know, when you play Batavia, you don't know exactly who's going to score the most points or have the best game. But what you do know is you're going to get quality basketball from them for four straight quarters. You know, Nate Nazos, their point guard, you know, he doesn't necessarily shoot it a lot, but, you know, when he does, he's got a great three-point shot, so you got to be wary of that. And they've got height and they've got size, so this is a physical team that plays some great physical defense, and this will be the biggest, by far, in my opinion, the biggest test the Dukes have faced so far this season. This, in my opinion, just looking purely off the matchup, I think this might be a tougher opponent than Downers Grove North for them, just based off of the way these two teams play.
That's a pretty bold take there, Connor. I don't hate it. It's just very bold. Downers Grove North, you know, obviously a
great team. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Downers Grove North is probably the better team.
This matchup wise.
Yep. And York's gonna clear the benches, and it's everyone's favorite time. It's Pomato time. Chris Pomato in the game for the Dukes. Hunter Stepanik, Max Bernison, AJ Levine's gonna take his free throws. Eddie Sika checks in, and then as soon as Levine's finished shooting his free throws, Connor Fitzgerald will check in for him, and the Dukes will be heading back to the sectionals. Such an exciting time, you know, TJ.
And also just to talk about this York Dukes team a little bit, it's just a huge jump they've taken from last season. They were a 10 seed, I believe, last year, losing to Naperville North in the first round of the playoffs, a tough loss at West Chicago. They kept it in there, but just the way this team came out this year, 23-7, finishing off the regular season much, much better, only single-digit losses, second in conference. It was just a huge step up from those juniors turning into seniors.
Right, and Coach Dunn is just doing such a great job, you know, in his third year with this program. You know, people were just a little bit nervous. They just didn't really know what to expect this season, but they have definitely surpassed expectations. And, you know, he's doing a great job, and now he's going to be going into one of the biggest games, leading his team into the biggest games of their careers. You know, sectional semifinals against a great team.
Huff's going to make a pass down low, and a foul called there on, I believe that's Eddie Sika. Oh, no, they're going to get Chris Pomato on the foul. Put that on the stat sheet.
And you know, what makes this win even more impressive, in my opinion, TJ, I know they've beat them twice before, but I would never count out Glenbard West, especially, you know, us being rivals, you know, never know what happens. But, you know, it's just, without Ryan Pecos, and I know when you watch him play, to the average fan, it doesn't look like he's that impactful, but, like, when you really look on the defensive side of things, like, when they played Downers Grove North, they had Pecos guarding Jack Stanton, easily the Trojans' best player. So that just shows you how valuable he is defensively and how much the team values him. And, you know, it looks like the Dukes are just going to dribble this one out. Fitzgerald just kind of running around, and clock's at 2 seconds, and that's going to do it. And the York Dukes win the regionals.
The Dukes take home the regional finals for the first time in Coach Dunn's career. 53-35, a huge win here for the Dukes by 18 points. And like we've mentioned multiple times, it will go on to play Batavia in the sectional semifinals next week on Wednesday. And I believe that
7 p.m.
game is
at Addison
Trail. Another great game to look forward to. Just a great team win tonight. It wasn't just one person individually that took control. This one was a great team effort. Everyone got involved. Everyone was putting the ball in the basket. It was really a great defensive showing here from the Dukes. Lots of steals, lots of blocks. And when you play well defensively against a team that prides himself on their defense, and you get a lot of those fast break points, that's where that lead really comes into play there in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely, TJ. And like you said, just not much else you can say besides just such a great win from the team. And, you know, they're gonna get their plaque, and that'll be placed in the trophy case, and that's just such an impressive feat for this team. And you know that they're not gonna, their season is not done yet, TJ. Just They've done everything. They've come up big time. It's just like, while they had some losses in some key moments, they weren't able to win conference. I think that just kind of, gave them a little bit of extra confidence going into the playoffs. They were hungry. They thought we still have more to prove. And they've done exactly that, winning the regional.
And they received their plaque, but they're also going to take that net down from the hoop here in St. Charles at St. Charles East High School.
AJ doesn't know exactly where to cut it. He just tried cutting it at the bottom.
It's a first time event.
Yeah.
Get the kid some slack.
Hey, you got Braden.
It's not every day you're cutting down half
no.
for a regional championship.
Braden and Pomato giving him a hard time.
But I think that's going to do it here for us on tonight's broadcast. The York Dukes come out victorious 53-35 over the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. We'll hopefully see you next Wednesday in Addison Trail, where the Dukes take on the Batavia Bulldogs. I've been Silkaitis, and alongside me here tonight has been Connor Choi. And this has been the IHSA Regional Finals, broadcasted to you by York Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.